Alright, good morning everybody. Coach Ezra here. Hopefully you can hear me alright. I'm enjoying the new microphone and it makes it easier to speak actually because I'm directing my voice at something and I can talk more normally. So I want to do a quick book review today. This is Misguided in the Magnolia by Dr. Edwin Adams. Now there's a quick story leading up to this book review. So in 2020, I guess it was the third quarter of the year, somewhere in late summer, fall time. We're in the midst of the pandemic all around the world, and I was going hard at direct messages and trying to reach out to people, network with people, tell people about handstands, talk to people about handstands, and I was using Instagram more actively at that point to post, interact, to share, and people were following me left and right, as they do on Instagram. And so this account showed up called Disrupt Comfort. And if you go on Instagram, I believe Edwin Adams is still under this handle at Disrupt Comfort. And so the handle caught my attention because most people are just like a name with a number or and Disrupt Comfort was like it struck a note for me because I was and still am quite interested in self-development, personal development, personal growth, mentorship, and just in the general sense, becoming a better human being, a more optimal version of myself. And so I did message Edwin Adams stands a little bit, and he shared with me that he was interested in doing handstands and had been practicing, I believe, some more general fitness preparation. He might have had a personal trainer at the time, I don't remember. But we got to the point where we agreed to have a phone call and that we would be talking about handstands. That's how I approached it, as I had done many times before with these shorter consult calls. So I got to the call and we hopped on, introduced ourselves. I asked him about handstands. He asked me what I was up to, asked me about who I was, and the conversation slowly evolved into this discussion about life, and identity and vision and dreams, and coaching, mentorship specifically, I suppose. And so I come to find out that Edwin Adams is, by trade, a pharmacist, but by hobby and by a business executive coach, with an interest in handstands. And it was an interest in, I should correct myself, I believe the conversation was an interest in elite physical skill. I think he said that handstands had always impressed him and drawn his attention, maybe gymnastics or something. And so the conversation went on for probably 60 minutes, and he didn't buy anything from me. I didn't buy anything from him, but we had a really great talk, and he left me thinking about the next steps in my business, and I think I made a good impression on him as well. He wasn't ready to start handstands at that point, and so it didn't make sense to push him or urge him to do anything about it at the moment. That didn't feel right to me. But I think that the conversation was rich enough that it would stick around as a memory, and he might come back to me for handstand learning in the future. he offered to send me his book. He let me know that he was an author at the end of the call. He had written a book and that he would like to send me a copy. So here we have it, Misguided in the Magnolia. So before I'd even read this book, I had a conversation with the author, one-on-one. By accident, completely by accident. That was many months ago, almost a year ago. And I've now read the book. I started a few days ago. It's quite a short book, maybe under 100 pages. Nope, it's about 140 pages, and I read it in a few days, a few chapters at a time. I didn't know what to expect sitting down, but I sat down and I got up many chapters later. The book is written in a very relatable, I don't want to say simple, but very easily digestible type of language. And if you've read self-development books, then I think this would make sense, because you know that many self-development books can be somewhat dense, and they not only become too science obsessed, but they start to make you feel badly for not doing things the way their methods suggest they need to be done. And I didn't get that sense at all from this book. It was very inviting. I found myself wanting to read more, excited to read more. I really enjoyed the structure of the writing. I really felt like I could connect to the story and then absorb the lesson. In addition, I appreciate a book that offers some value outside of just the pages. So for this book, I found myself implementing quickly the questions that Edwin asks at each stage following the chapters in the book. They're called the Take Action pages. So I'll read you a couple. When was the last time you sat down and listed all the things you want? What are the 5 most important things you would like to achieve? Which areas of appreciate being able to hear some of the thoughts that help to simplify what it is we're doing. So to wrap the review up, I think the sum of step in, to start doing, to start failing, because it's the only way forward, and not to fall for the false impression of success that people seem to have when they don't engage actively with their vision for life. And what I mean by that is they don't fail. They don't try. They don't put forth an effort that possibly could lead them to an outcome which isn't their desired outcome, but that is the nature of effort. You can't control every variable of every situation, and therefore failure is part of the learning process, as opposed to failure being the thing which you should avoid at all cost. There are many great quotes that describe what we should or shouldn't be doing: the value of life, the value of dreams, how you use your time, how you want to be remembered, impact, business, wisdom, legacy, and so on. And this book is filled with them. So I would highly recommend it. I'm someone who connects very easily to other ideas, and I then need a way to bring those ideas back to my own reality, back to what my dream is, my vision. And if you're new to the channel, my vision is to give every human the tools to build a 15-second handstand. And if you haven't gotten a 15-second handstand yet, head over to the website, www.handstandology.com, and check out the 15 in 50 challenge. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed the quick book review. Thank you, Dr. Edwin Adams, for sending me the book, Misguided in the Magnolia. It's a fantastic read. I highly recommend.